maybe my favorite player in the state.
Yeah, this is probably fair.
It's Will Phillips from Franklin.
Yeah.
He is their running back. He is their linebacker. He is their do-it-all superstar, a Rice commit, I believe.
Yeah.
He is awesome. And
He has been on your radar for a long time.
And I really like the two-way stars. I really like that this is a guy who makes an impact and a big impact on both sides of the ball. He's a tough runner. He's a hard-nosed linebacker. He's one of the best players in the state, in my opinion. And I'm really excited to see him do battle with what's a very speedy Wascom team. I think that this is a
tough task.
I think it's going to be a lot of fun to watch him and then his kind of counterpart, Chan Amy over at Wascom,
awesome.
operate there. Do you want to do one of them for you?
Sure, we can switch. We can go back and forth. That's fine.
So then you pick one now.
All right. No surprise here. One of mine is West Orange Stark quarterback Jack Dallas.
Good choice.
Really enjoyed him in last year's title game. You know, we've talked so much about West Orange Stark's unfinished business, and I just like, Jack. That's an incredible name. It's just he's got and
if his name were Jack Thompson, we'd be like, he's okay.
He's fine.
I'm just kidding.
He's fine, but it takes him to another level, for sure. But he's a heck of a quarterback too, so he's gonna have to play a great game if they're gonna pull this off against Salina. They're in for it. I think this might even be a bigger challenge than what they dealt with last year with Gilmer, which is saying something. But I couldn't be more excited.
That is a perfectly fine choice.
Yeah.
My next choice, I'm going defense.
Yeah,
and I'm going the best defense that we will see at NRG Stadium in Houston. And that's saying something because we're going to see some really good defenses.
Yeah.
Is Waco La Vega. And the superstar on that defense is Parrish Cobb.
Yeah.
The defensive back who is just playing outside his mind right now. He is making plays all over the field. And it's not just defense. He's also a contributor on special teams. He's a big-time contributor on offense. He'll run the ball for them. He is the complete and total package. And he is a super-duper star. Probably the most dominant defender in the state right now. And I'm really excited to see what he does against an Argyle offense that is going to try to beat you in a lot of different ways.
Yeah.
They're going to try to run the ball. Yeah. They're going to try to throw the ball.
He's going to be tested for sure.
Exactly. Yeah. And they're going to try to stay as far away from him as possible.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to see what an impact Parrish Cobb can make on the biggest stage in a place that people didn't expect La Vega to be. He's kind of dragged them there. So I'm excited to see what he can do on the biggest stage. What about you? Who's next?
All right. Let's see. I'm going with defense too.
Okay.
No surprise here. Katy linebacker Patty Fisher.
Yeah.
I love watching good linebackers, man. I mean, probably on defense more than anything else. A lot of people like defensive ends or maybe a defensive tackle roughing things up. I just like linebackers, and he's one of the best.
He's awesome.
And he's going to be facing the toughest challenge he has faced all season. Maybe tougher than what they faced with Cedar Hill last year. The sort of multi-dimensional offense and the kinds of weapons that Lake Travis is going to throw at Katy. That's I'm definitely interested to see how he handles that.
And the other thing about it is that as he goes, so goes the Katy defense. Sure. He is the real heartbeat of that defense. And so when you talk about Patty Fisher, being excited to see him, which I am very excited to see him as well, you're not just talking about him making tackles and him making plays. You're talking about you're excited to see the Katy machine.
Yep.
And he's at the controls.
Yep.
And I think that's a great pick. I'm very excited to watch him. And then, so we've got the great thing is that we've got just a slew of quarterbacks to choose from. Yep. I mean, if you want to go small school with Canadians Tanner Schaefer and Refugio's Jalen Mascoro, if Drew Neese at Albany, if you want to go a little bit bigger to 4A, you could go with the two quarterbacks you mentioned, Jack Dallas, Connor Pingleton at Salina. If you want to go up to 5A, you've got great quarterback Max Sexton, who's been such a great part of Cedar Hill or of Cedar Park's story. Jason Shelley from Frisco Lone Star. You've got of course Jet Duffy. Jet Duffy for Mansfield Lake Ridge. For me, and then of course the battle in 6A is going to be fantastic. Garrett Doran, the quarterback for Katy's been great. Of course, a little guy named Brewer, Charlie Brewer, out there at Lake Travis.
He's pretty good.
Sam Ellinger in the 6A D1. I'm going with the one nobody's talking about.
Oh.
I'm excited to see Mekhi Long, the quarterback for Galena Park North Shore. I think that he has had a vastly underrated season. I think that he has really cleaned up his passing. He's of course been a bulldozer of a runner, and I think that he is a key to North Shore if they're going to pull off the victory. I think that he's got to have a big game. He's got to take care of the football, and I'm excited to see what he does on the big stage in front of what's going to be a raucous crowd.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see. He's got experience playing at NRG Stadium.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see how he can help operate this North Shore offense against what's going to be an excellent Westlake defense. I'm excited to see Mekhi Long run the Mustangs and see exactly where they get from there. What about you? Who's your last?
Well, you
pick?
already
Again,
mentioned him, and I think it probably goes without saying.
Oh, I think I know who it is then.
Mr. Jet Duffy.
I know.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, of all the guys on this list, between you and I both, I've seen Jet Duffy play more than any of them. Mm-hmm. And that is how much fun it is to watch Jet Duffy play. I am still picking him as one of the 3 guys I'm most excited to see, even though I have seen him 3 times already this season.
It's like, you know what it's like? Jet Duffy is a lot like Terminator 2. It doesn't really matter that you've seen Terminator 2. It doesn't really matter that you know how it ends.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But every time I flip on the TV and TNT is showing Terminator 2, I go, well,
I'm watching that.
There goes 2.5 hours.
See ya.
I'm going to be sitting here watching Robert Patrick chase down, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Wow.
I think you're right. I think that Jet Duffy is such a fun, dynamic playmaker. He is as close to a Kyler Murray as we have this year.
For sure. Yeah, the Kyler Murray, Johnny Manziel mold. Yeah,
do you realize some of the people we didn't mention? We didn't mention anyone from Canadian. We didn't mention anyone from Refurio.
I was tempted to put Tanner Schaefer in there.
Yeah. We didn't mention Rashad Paul from Bremond.
Awesome.
Yeah. We didn't mention anybody from Argyle.
Yeah. Drew Neese, Albany.
Exactly. There are tons of guys that we didn't mention, which I think that's what made this tough, narrowing it down to just 3.
And Mike Craven is going to pick 3 when we have him
But
on
I
here
think
in a
that
few minutes.
I think that that's the great thing, is that the superstars that we're going to see, it's just a parade of stars.
Yeah.
Every team has at least 1 or 2 guys that you go, that guy's awesome.
Yeah.
Like you just point to him and go, wow, he's incredible. And that's why that's why Thursday is one of my favorite days. Because in the small school ranks, that's where one guy can really take over.
I'm going to go with that 6A Division I game and say Sam Ellinger from Westlake, the quarterback. I live in Austin, but I haven't seen them this year, so I want to see them. And in that same game, I want to see that matchup with Eric Monroe at defensive back from North Shore. He's committed to LSU, so that's going to be a big-time thing for recruitniks like me. And then, of course, Katie. You could just pick Katie's running back every single year, so I'm going to go with Kyle Porter.
That's not bad. Yeah, that's funny because we didn't pick any of Katie's running game. We picked their defense. Yeah. You picked Patty Fisher.
Yeah, and it's just, I love watching a great linebacker. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of fun. When you look at these, and you can check out Mike's picks alongside our picks at texasfootball.com/state,